Welcome to the channel, my name is Mageone and today I'll be taking a look at the Ascent made by Neon Giant. The game takes place within an arcology in a futuristic cyberpunk world. The world is run by mega corporations such as the Ascent Group. You are an enslaved worker for the Ascent Group. When the company mysteriously collapses, the arcology descends into chaos. Rival gangs and corporations vie for control. Your job is to stop them and find out what happened to the Ascent Group. The story in the Ascent was a lot more engaging than I expected from its twin-stick shooter. There are memorable characters and the world itself feels very much alive. As it is a cyberpunk game, you'll find yourself hacking all sorts of computers and tech to further the story. Anyone that knows the cyberpunk genre will love this game and its story. The Ascent was made by just 12 people, but you would never know it by its graphics. They are stunning and the skill and weapon effects are stellar. The world is designed wonderfully and different locations within the arcology look distinctly different while still having the cyberpunk aesthetic. Because it is an isometric game, you do not get a good look at your character most of the time, but some of the wacky cosmetics you wear are truly out of this world. The different enemies you fight are easily identifiable by their models, which helps with the combat. Some of the boss designs and creature designs are truly exceptional. The Ascent is a twin-stick shooter, so the combat is a little different to the other ARPGs on this list. But the combat is fun and engaging. You do get a wide range of skills and gadgets to use to change how your character plays that all alter combat in some way. My only issue with the combat is that at later levels the combat becomes a lot more tactical and cover based, something I am not very fond of in my ARPGs. I enjoy a faster based combat. There is also a lot of grinding involved in later levels to make sure you are strong enough to fight enemies. I don't mind grindy games, but some people do. As you level up, you'll gain skill points you can spend on a number of different attributes, such as weapon handling and crit rate. The progression systems are very basic, and I don't think the game would miss them if they were removed. The one progression system I did like was the upgrading of your weapons. Being able to keep using weapons you find that you like from lower levels is always great. The achievements in the Ascent are all pretty straightforward. There is a couple you'll need to check before you start, but you do not need to follow any type of guide, and it should take you between 10 to 15 hours to 100%. The first half of the Ascent was great, but as the combat slowed down and became more tactical, my enjoyment also slowed. As I've said many times in my reviews, the minute-to-minute gameplay is the most important thing for me. The first half of the Ascent is great, the second half not so much. Because of the drop-off in fun for me in the later half of the game, the Ascent slots into the B tier just behind Diablo 3. If you can grab it in a sale, it's worth a playthrough, especially to see how good a game a 12-man indie team can make. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing as it will help the channel grow. Thank you.